Raider Nation podcast here at the Oakland Raiders training facility in Alameda. Saturday, second day of rookie training camp. We are fortunate enough to get press credentials for this. Thanks Zach Gilbert and company for sure. Today's training was pretty amazing. DJ Hayden made some great moves on the ball, a couple of good plays. Brice Butler had some great catches, long catches. His hands looked pretty doggone good, and he's very confident. Sio Moore looked good out there as well. And Tyler Wilson has the ball, boy. Let me tell you, he's got a great pass and plenty of velocity because you can hear it popping all over the field.
The autumn wind is a pirate.
A great opportunity, and a blessing for me to be out here, coming from where I came from. I'm definitely proud to be out here, part of the Raiders. I ain't gonna say too fast. My experience at the East-West kind of got me ready for it, and my training since January down in Bommarito, then going back to school, I just picked my personal tempo up just so when I get up here I can be ready to hang with these guys. And I figured it was gonna be a lot faster coming from a Division II school, but football is football, so I'm here to just maximize my opportunity.
Really be able to tell how you're doing until training camp? In terms of, really getting to cut loose and rush? Yeah,
I get to tell every day. Coach Williams lets me know where I stand as far as every play, whether it was a good play or a bad play. Most of the time he yells my bad plays more than my good, just so nobody won't get content. And really in this industry, you can't get content because there's millions of other people that have died to be in our shoes right now.
But it's mostly just a footwork thing. What's he looking at that he can see when it's a no contact kind of situation?
A lot, really. Your get-offs, your effort, whether you run to the ball or not, leverage, your hand usage. Is when you got the pads on, obviously it's physical, but when you take the pads off, you can see whether a player steps and shoots his hands right. You can see a player's leverage and hips, things like that. So it's a lot that go into these practices without pads on. It may just look like, we out there having fun playing football, but really we've been evaluated on everything we do.
You're talking both the left and right. Does it matter to you which side you're on, or are you more comfortable on one than the other?
No, it doesn't matter. In my school, I play left and right, just depending on the strong side, weak side. So here they got me predominantly a right end with my left hand down, then nickel. Me and Sio switch. Sio comes in, he starts right in. I go to left hand, put my right hand down. So I'm just glad to be on the field, whether it's left or right.
Is it hard to take in all this information that's coming in right now? It's just one weekend, and last year some of the rookies referred to it as trying to drink from a fire hose. How do you guys refer to it this year?
It is a lot of information coming in, but once you focus on each scheme and each play at one time and just learn that play, and it helps with the practice at the end of the walkthrough, and it's fairly easy. It's not like they throwing a bunch of a bunch of different plays at us. They slowly walking us through it. They showing us clips of the previous teams, how they ran, and different teams in the league that run similar schemes to us. So actually the Raiders was the first team that came out to my college. I want to say it was our first scrimmage, so that was pretty cool. It was the first NFL team, so everybody at my campus was really geeked about that. I had a formal interview with them at the Combine, and I believe that was it. They called and checked draft day number.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
I can get this out of your way, I'm sorry.
You look pretty comfortable out there today.
The fact that I come from a pro-style offense, it's a lot easier for me than some other guys who, run that hurry-up offense. So I think I'm able to, take what we, do in the meeting rooms and be able to come out here and perform well. And I think that's most important. As long as you can play without thinking, you can play fast.
How excited are you to go from college to the pros and take the next step in your career and do it here with the Raiders?
I'm very excited. It's been a dream of mine since I've been a little kid. So just to be able to, have this opportunity, I'm thrilled and I'm excited.
when you first got to look at the playbook and exactly what they wanted you to be running this weekend, was it daunting? Was it, oh no, I could do this ain't that bad, or what exactly did you think?
Yeah, just pretty much just you know, it's a lot more installation going in, you know, quicker, but at the same time just different wording, but you know, kind of all the same things you might have did it for me as I did in college. So just converting the, you know, the terminology and just being able to go out there and perform on the field.
How's it going so far?
It's going good. You know, my second NFL practice today. Just having a lot of fun out there and, you know, getting used to things.
How do you deal with the information overload, Mychal, without, you know, it overwhelming you, but at the same time letting it soak in?
Yeah, it's a lot of studying. You know, at night you got to manage your time really well. You know, study a lot and get in those playbooks.
What out there has opened the eyes so far, you know, as opposed to college, or is that going to come when the rest of the guys get here?
I think the speed is going to speed up a lot more when the rest of the guys get here, but I feel like the SEC prepared me for the speed that I'm seeing right now, and you know, everything's pretty normal to me.
How does your game translate from college to the pros?
Well, you know, in college I played a lot of different positions. I played fullback, I played wide receiver, and then I go inline tight end. And the Raiders are doing the same thing with me here and moving me all around, and I'm having a lot of fun doing the versatile stuff that I always do.
For the last couple of days, has there been anything about your game that you feel like they wanted you to improve on specifically?
You know, I have a lot of areas I feel like I need to improve on. I should improve on my blocking, my route running, and things like that. But what I'm bringing to the table is some good stuff. I'm running really good routes, and I'm catching the ball really well.
How much does it help? You got another rookie tight end, coming in at the same time. You guys able to bounce stuff off each other and help each other out?
Yeah, it's really cool because, you know, I'm not the only one lost out there. You know, there's two guys that are trying to figure things out, and we both help each other, and it's real fun.
I'm sure it was a lifelong dream to be in the NFL. Did it hit you in draft day or hit you this weekend when you came out here, when you flew out here? Has it hit you yet? What's going on in your life?
Yeah, it hit me when my feet started hurting out there on the field. It's hitting me now, but you know, I'm really proud to accomplish these goals, and you know, I'm just going to continue to strive hard to accomplish them.
What was it like getting a call from, you know, about the cops coming to your house, and then you end up taking a photo with them?
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty funny because they had came down the side of the house, all four LAPD, and you know, they didn't know what was going on, and then, well, I got drafted, and then a couple of them were Raider fans, so. It was real cool.
Well, now you're not the only famous one in the family. What's your sister think?
Yeah, my sister Naya, my older sister Naya, she loves it, and she's ready to come to all the home games, so she's ready.
Can you sing and dance too?
No, I leave that all up to her. All up to her. You guys don't want to hear that.
Does Tyler Wilson throw a pretty hard ball? It seemed like he was really like slinging it.
Yeah, Tyler Wilson, he's got a real accurate ball, and yeah, he slings it in there.
Play against him in college? Did you remember much from school?
Yeah, we played Arkansas once, and it wasn't a pretty game for us. Tyler Wilson kind of kicked our butt, but I'm glad he's on my team now.
And Coach was also talking about his leadership in the huddle. Is that something you've already picked up after 2 days with him?
Yeah, that's one thing. You know, he demands your attention, and you know, he demands that you get the play right and stuff, which is really good for a quarterback.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Hey, how you doing, Sio?
Stay as still as possible.
Still a pissed off linebacker? You all right?
Yeah, of course.
The angry man.
Angry man.
Any surprises last couple of days, or how's it been for you here?
It's been a learning experience every day. You know, everything goes pretty fast, so you have to be able to process everything, and you know, really be able to take what we learn on the, you know, in the classroom and in the playbook onto the field, like now, you know, because we're behind the 8 ball, like Coach Allen said. So every day is like a learning experience, but you got to pick it up. So.
Sio, you've had a couple days now to see the playbook and everything. Is this a defense you really feel is just so?
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, I love it. They, you know, they've given me an opportunity to do a little bit of everything, and you know, it's just right now learning it all and really being exact. I think that's the thing that I picked up on most. You know, everything is about being, you know, exact and perfect.
How tough is that when you want to come out and you want to make that quick impression, you want to kind of cut loose, but you're still trying to think in the back of your mind, you're still trying to think and digest it?
Well, I mean, if you want to be great, you know, it's not something it's tough. It's just something that's required of the position and what's really required of you. You know, nobody got here that's here because of anything other than, you know, they have potential, and everybody's here just trying to work every day. So.
I'm sure you asked Tyvon about the deal here. What do he tell you about the Raiders and what's the situation here right now?
I told Tyvon yesterday, man. He told me the same thing, man. Stick in my playbook and work, you know. Because when the veterans come out here, you know, this is going to be like the stuff that we're learning now is going to be like the back of their hand. So we need to make sure, you know, as rookies that we, you know, take it all in and try to be close to where they're at. So.
Why the number 55? The fans here, they don't really like the last guy that wore 55, and now you're wearing it. Was there anything specific as to why you chose that?
I did actually. The PR guy called my house the day after the draft, and he gave me some numbers to choose from. So I went to my mom. She said 55, so I said 55.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't go against mom. Not when Mother's Day is close, at least. Right.
On those third down drills, you had your hand on the ground. You like just being able to just straight up rush a passer like that?
Man, it's fun, man, when you get to, you know, rush the passer and, you know, really change the game. From that standpoint, it's exciting. You know, I'm glad they gave me the opportunity. Now it's just about being exact about it because, you know, pass rushing is like an art. You know, it's so much to learn. So, you know, just try to take it each day and work with it.
Who would you say you model yourself after? I mean, what linebacker in history maybe you've looked at and said that's a guy I'd like to be like?
I think I love, you know, the dedication and commitment by Ray Lewis. You know, I've always admired his passion. You know, if there was anything that I would take from any linebacker, it'd be that. But I really don't try to compare myself because what I want to do is put myself in a position where years later, that'd be the question asked, you know, about somebody else, you know. I feel like I can do a lot of things on the field, and I just want to come out here and work and do that to prove that hopefully one day.
You saw Tyler Wilson at the Senior Bowl. What were your impressions of him back there, and now what are your thoughts on Tyler?
It's cool, man, because he's the locker right next to me too, man. I'm excited about him. He looks good, and you know everybody's out here working, and you know it's good to see guys that you've seen before, and you know see they got the same opportunity as you, and they're working just as hard. So.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sio. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Get your mama something.
Hard.
How y'all doing?
You feel like you showed some skills out there today?
I'm just playing football, man. Just you know, with the ability that God's given me, just trying to go out there and learn everything day by day, and the ball's thrown, just catch it.
How do you not get overwhelmed then by the influx of information you're getting while you're here this weekend and just trying to compartmentalize it?
Right now, we're not installing as much as I say the veterans are getting installed, so it's not really a huge jump right now. I'm pretty sure next week when we start getting into, like, you know, the offense and stuff, it'll be more stuff to learn. But right now, it's okay.
You feel like you developed some quick chemistry with Tyler Wilson today? It seemed like he threw a lot of passes your way.
I asked him after practice. I had to ask him like which balls he threw to me because I mean, with all this stuff going on, you don't really pay attention to like who's playing quarterback, and you know you're looking at the guy like, all right, give me the ball. It's just like, you know, play, you know, formation, line up, you know, catch the ball if it's thrown. So I really don't even know who's throwing me the ball for the most part. I'm just trying to, you know, do what I have to do.
How would you compare Tyler's ball to, say, Matt Barkley's when you were at SC?
I really don't have an answer for that.
No?
Just like what I just said, I don't really know.
You don't know who's
yeah, I'm
throwing.
not even paying attention.
When you have a day like today, when you had like, it seemed like you had 3 or 4 plays far downfield you made nice plays on. Do you take those away and the ones that you remember? Or there was one late where the ball was behind you, but it hit your hands.
Go, yeah,
and is that the one you
Yeah,
you
when
walk
it
away
comes to
thinking
stuff
about?
like that, I don't like dropping the ball. So when it comes to a drop,
You would consider that a drop?
Drop, yeah, because I put my hands. I mean, I can catch that ball. You know,
Yeah.
I can turn around and get that one. So, I mean, you know, a coach might not consider it a drop, but me, if I can get my hands on it, I can catch the ball. So that way, it's, you know, more for me.
Did your dad really help or prepare you for this time in your career? Did he sit you down and give you some good lessons?
Some good
about
wisdom?
What it's like, and rookie camp?
Yeah, he did. But the funny thing about it, he was a first-round pick, so he had a little different, you know, learning curve. So with me, he was just telling me, like, you know, every week, you know, they're bringing in somebody to take your spot pretty much, so you can't, you know, go in there lackadaisical or you might be home. So that's, you know, his knowledge is always great.
And what did he feel about you being drafted by the Raiders?
I mean, he loved it. I mean, there's a lot of history here. At the end of his career, he was about to come here, but I mean, as far as family and stuff, he had me and my older brother, so he didn't want to leave Atlanta. So he was like, man, you know, you get to play for the Raiders now, because I was about to, so he was excited.
How would you describe your college career when looking back? Frustrating or
Humbling.
Humbling?
Yeah, coming out of high school with, I guess, all the accolades you can say, and then going through what I went through, quick success early, and then just a quick landslide. It was a huge learning curve for me, and I'm glad it happened then, you know, because now I can, you know, as far as everything that goes on in the NFL, I can, you know, input that in with my past experiences and be able to handle it better.
You say it was humbling. Do you feel like early in your college career you were maybe overconfident?
Yeah, I mean, anybody's coming out of high school from Atlanta going to USC has to be overconfident a little bit. But I mean, when you go in there and you see everybody's just as good as you or better, it changes your mindset real quick. And maybe there's a learning curve that I needed to get then, you know, before I got, you know, to this moment. If I had quick success, maybe my mental would be a little bit different than it is now. And I mean, everything happens for a reason, so God made it happen for a reason.
Okay, guys.
Hey, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Brice. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
McGee. Hey, Stacy. How's the volume of information that the amount of stuff they've thrown at you in a couple of days? How would you describe that?
It's a lot, but you know, just have to take your time and soak it all in as quick as you can. Just learn as you go.
You know, when you were drafted, the Raiders had made a big deal about talking about how the character was a big thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a couple things in your past where it was kind of an eye-opener that the Raiders would pick you, but Reggie McKenzie told us basically, look, I talked to the guy, looked straight into his eye, we had a talk, and I thought this guy was worth a second chance. Were you surprised when the Raiders called? Had you had talk with them before, and how do you feel you'll measure up to this?
I was surprised when they called, but like I said, that was something from the past, and it's something I'm looking to move forward from, you know, grow as a person, become a man, so.
Mm-hmm. And that was the talks that you and Reggie had about moving on like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why were you surprised they called?
Because, I mean, I hadn't really heard much from him. I talked to him at the combine a few times, but that was really it.
What was it that you think you said that convinced them that you'd put everything behind you?
I just was myself and let them see that what they heard about or seen wasn't really me, or it was just mistakes that I've made in the past.
It's coming so far away from home, Stacy, kind of help you in that maturation process and become, like you said, more of a man?
Yeah, I believe it does. It's getting away from my family and, you know, changing my life and changing the people I'm around, so it will help a lot.
What do you know about this organization and its history and tradition?
Not much, but I'm learning.
What do you think you bring to the table when you're healthy, ready to go? He said there's some issue with a foot right now, but that shouldn't be a long-term thing.
I'm healthy. I'll be a good dominant nose or defensive tackle 3 technique, you know, just playing inside and stopping the run and rushing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
All right. Anything else? Any specific reason for the number 92?
That was what I wore in college, and I just wanted to stick with the same number because that's what everyone know me as.
You know, that was Richard Seymour's number when he was here.
Yeah.
Right. Anything to live up to that, or?
Well, I got big shoes to fill.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Menelik Watson for you guys.
Thoughts on Man U and no.
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
How do you not get overwhelmed with all the information that comes your way during this weekend?
Just really focus on, you know, what I gotta do. You know, understanding that it's a job now and what I've got to. I mean, it's the same way I approached it at Florida State and the same way I approached it at Saddleback. You know, understanding what I have to do, you know, and taking my role real serious allows me to, you know, block out a lot of, you know, the other things that are around and just focus on what's the task at hand.
Do you think it helps you that you've gone through this kind of quick progression before a couple times?
I almost call it like a crash course. It was kind of like more of a crash course what I went through before. You know, obviously I'm now in the pros now, so, you know, I want to be here to stay. So, you know, a lot of the times I was learning on the fly, you know, but now I can really sit down and, you know, get into the finer details, understand everything that's going on around me, not just what I've got to do.
Is it almost a relief then that once practice is over, you don't have to go to class? You just
Yeah,
on football.
Yeah, you know, get back in there, meeting. I mean, just like the practice we had just now. You know, we're going to go back in, watch it, you know, go over, make our assessments, you know, what we did wrong, what we did right. Then, you know, obviously install, you know, a little bit, get ready for tomorrow too. It definitely helps that there's no class. But, no, I mean, I'm enjoying it. You know, this is where I've always wanted to be. You know, so there's no complaints on my end.
And Lawrence Okoye said you guys had a flight over here. Is that kind of cool? You got another British guy?
It was by surprise actually. You know, we were just at the airport and I saw him and he was sat at the gate and we just, you know, we sat and talked and, you know, obviously, you know, I ain't got that much experience, but he's got less than me. So, you know, I'll just, you know, give him a little bit about football and my experience and, I mean, what he should expect. But, you know, he's more than ready. You know, I can tell by talking to him, you know, he's ready to just attack it. So I'm going to be watching him close.
So that was the first time you guys ever met?
Yeah, first time we ever met. Yeah. It was cool, man. He's a cool guy. You know, hopefully he gets some off time. You know, we're going to meet up and, you know, go out to eat or something like that and just talk some more.
During the draft, did you listen to the experts' opinions? Like, the book on you kind of is you've got the physical skills and may not know what you're doing all the time on the field.
Nah, you know, I paid attention to what coaches were telling me in the draft process. Obviously, what my coach, Coach Trickett, was telling me. From a physical standpoint, I was able to do it. But, you know, obviously the words were, will I be able to pick up the game quick, you know, especially the NFL playbook, you know, how deep it is and stuff like that. But, you know, it's all a commitment, you know, and as long as I was ready to make that commitment, you know, that it was always, you know, an option and a positive thing for me to move forward to.
Is your goal to start from day one? Is that?
I come in and do my job. I'm not worried about rotations. I'm not worried about where I stand in the depth chart. The main thing is coming and do my job. And, you know, if I come in and do that and focus on that alone, it should be, who knows what the outcome will be.
What are your first impressions of Coach Sparano?
You know, perfectionist. You know, very similar to Coach Trickett. You know, really detail-orientated. You know, and we got to get after it on the practice field. You know, things I'm all, you know, accustomed to from being with Coach Trickett. But, you know, it's all about, you know, treating everyone, you know, like professionals and knowing that we all have a job to do. You know, and if we do our job, and if we don't do our job, someone's going to get hurt, you know, so it's very important and he stresses that all the time.
Do you feel like your boxing training translates out here?
I mean, you know, everything I've done, you know, playing soccer, playing basketball, you know, it all kind of translates. You know, especially on the offensive line, you know, when you're on the front line, it definitely helped.
Some Lennox Lewis there on the line then?
Who's that?
Lennox Lewis.
Dude, what about him?
Is it you somebody you looked up to growing up?
No. You know what? I seen a couple of his fights. I did like Lennox. You know, I liked Tyson. Tyson was like that.
I guess. Did you have a good chin in boxing?
Who, me? Yeah. I never fought. I just did some training and stuff like that. Yeah.
I guess with TJ Hayden next.
Yeah, put the helmet back on and just actually be on the field and in practice. It felt good, real good.
So are you cleared to do everything out there?
Yeah, I'm cleared for everything.
It's easy, or maybe it seems easy, like, okay, that's in the past, but how hard is it for you to not let that stay in the back of your mind? What happened, or is it easy for you to put it?
It's real easy for me. I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even think about it. The only time I think about it is when somebody asks me, but while I'm on the field, I don't think about that. I'm thinking about the play. I'm thinking about the coverage that I'm in. So I put it past me.
Now that you've had a chance to see the playbook for a couple of days and kind of get out there, how does this defense fit with what you can do?
Oh, it feels good because corner's basically the same thing everywhere, and the coverages are pretty. It's not that hard. I think I'm picking it up pretty good. And I'm just trying to soak in everything Coach Lopez and Coach Johnny Lynn trying to teach me, and just trying to soak it all in like a sponge.
How do you not let it overwhelm you then? How fine is that line between being overwhelmed and soaking it in like a sponge?
Overwhelmed, like
with all the information that you've been getting and you're gonna get.
It's not that bad. It's nothing I don't think I can't handle. So. I think I'm handling it pretty well. I'm taking notes, just trying to learn everything, just trying to get better.
when you got back on the field that first time, did it feel like old times that you were able to slip right back into it, or did it take you a few plays to kind of get back into the rhythm?
It felt like old times. I did my usual routine. I came here, took a knee, said a little quick little prayer, and I just went out there. It wasn't like it took me extra time to get back ready or whatever. I just went out there and just did what I did. I just want to, first and foremost, I just want to just make every play possible that I can and just help the team out, just help to win, and just try to just do my best. And then if it leaves a legacy, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just here playing.
Willie Brown left any pearls of wisdom with you yet?
Yeah, he told me to move my hands out my break.
Yeah.
What do you after you've had a couple days out here, where do you assess yourself? Where specifically do you say, okay, this is what I have to do between now and training camp, where I got to get better? I mean, it'd be easy to say everything, you know, but where do you specifically think this is where I got to get?
I would say just get used to not putting your hands on people down the field, because in the NFL you got that 5-yard rule. So I would say just adjusting to that. In college, I used to kind of push people a little bit, so I just me adjusting to that and not being able to put my hands on people down the field.
Does it become a thing where now are you going to play off a little bit more, or do you need to get your physicalness in right there at the line of scrimmage? And go from there?
Probably a mixture of both. Just depending on the down and distance, the situation. And yeah, when I get up there, I'm gonna have to be more physical, reroute them. And then again, when I'm at 7, I gotta play off, and I can't touch them. I just gotta mirror them. So
this is a great group of young men. I'll tell you right now, just interviewing these guys, it was a pleasure. I think the transition from college to pro is going to be just a little difficult, but I like this class. I like this class better than the previous class as far as speed goes. I think we're going to be there. Now, we have some good talent, we got some great coaching, and it was evident today that the tempo is picking up here in Alameda. So stay tuned, Raider Nation. We got training camp coming, we have other interviews. It's just the beginning, baby. Raider Nation Podcast is coming after you. I'm Raider Greg, and I'm out.
Thank you.